Phil Cohen on content and all things digital. Wandering around the CETW. This is the out-of-home zone. This is where there's a bunch of networks, advertiser-supported networks, showing their wares. Well, here's one of my favorites. You'll know why. By the way, with Steve Kennedy, he runs this network here, and I met Steve at the digital investor conference last year or the year before.
2 years ago.
2 years ago. And they've done a heck of a job with this. His network is, well, you tell them about your network.
Well, we've got 20 zoos and aquariums committed. Actually, we just signed up a few more, so we're closer to 25 now. And we're in the process of installing. We have 16 done. We have 5 more that'll be done between now and mid-December. And that's kind of our budget. We wanted to get the first 20 done, right. and we have 30 million visitors annually to those 20 institutions.
It's huge number.
So we try and deliver that.
What's your content, Steve? Tell them about the content.
Well, we work with Saddle Ranch
Of course,
Productions.
We don't need the commercials for them.
But
we already, between us, we pay them too much already.
Right. Well, you know, the buzzword here obviously is engagement. So we were trying to create content that is going to engage the zoo or aquarium visitor when they're otherwise not looking at the exhibits.
Right.
So we're not trying to have this gorilla compete with the polar bear that's actually in front of you. And what we're trying to do is we analyze the space and how do people move throughout zoos and aquariums. Where do they dwell? Where do they spend their time away from exhibits? And obviously that's the food court areas, the gift shops, and the lines for any ticket, 4D theaters, rides it may be, train rides at the zoo or aquarium. And we position the screens there to engage the customer and entertain them when they are otherwise not looking at the animals.
Oh, yeah, you guys started developing research yet on the engagement and recall for your advertisers?
We're actually working with Seesaw Networks, and they're in the process of negotiating a larger deal with all of their networks with, I believe, Arbitron.
Yes.
So we're going to be part of that process.
Seesaw is a smart company.
Yeah.
And I think it's smart of you to be working with them. We work with 2 aggregators, Seesaw and Adcentricity.
Right.
And you know, they're bright guys, both companies, and Seesaw is doing an aggregation and then having Arbitron do the research.
Right.
That's a good move.
And for us, I mean, we had to make a decision as a startup company whether to invest in the human capital of creating our own sales force or saving that money and effectively outsourcing the sales force, and we made the decision to go with Seesaw. Very good.
All right. One of my favorite networks. And if you want to know more about them, go to, what's your website, Steve?
It's animalsinc.org.
Okay, Jason, can you
put
that?
I'm sorry, animalsinc.net.
.net, all right. Put that as a lower third so nobody loses it, okay? Steve, I just have so much fun watching your stuff, man.
Thanks,
Take care. I'll see you
Appreciate
guys a little bit.